Okay, so say for example, we want to generate random numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, so let's say execute Python online. Okay, so Python is the programming language, uh, and then so this is where you write your code, and then this is where it runs. So where it runs is called a shell, and where you write the code is called the script. So if I run it, it prints hello world because of this. If I write here anything else, say generating random numbers, okay, and I come to the next line, I run it. So it now prints generating random numbers. Okay. So now what we need to do, we need to write how to generate random numbers in Python. You press enter, right? So Python generate random numbers. So you can do this. Let us. So you have to first. So we have these lines of code. Let's just copy it from here and paste here. Not there. Here. But we need to understand what is this. We have copied paste. That is fine. In coding you can copy paste, but you need to understand what you're copying and pasting. So let's just see. So what we have done is we write import and then we write random. Okay. So that basically means we have, it is saying importing the random module. So what people at Python, whoever developed Python, what they did was they created certain libraries which has the definition of certain functions, right? For example, there would be a math library with definition to calculate sine, to calculate cos, to calculate integral, or to do matrix multiplication. All this skill, they will have the Python language by default. It is free to download, so anyone can download. It is free to download, and you can download. And when you download, it comes with these libraries by default. These basic things like calculating sine, calculating cos, tan, all these things. So similarly, there is a library named random, and when we write import random, what it does is it tells this script. See, this script does not has a knowledge of its own. We need to tell it everything. So when we are saying import random, what we mean is that this script will know that okay, there is a random module, and since it's a Python script, it already has a list of modules that it will go through and search for the random module one, right? It has a directory. In that there would be like 10-20 files जिसमें ये random वाला module जो है एक मॉड्यूल होगा, तो और भी होंगे इसमें math डॉट पाई लिखा होगा या जो भी, मतलब जो भी फाइल्स होंगी और उसमें ऐसे मॉड्यूल्स डिफाइंड होंगे. तो अपने को इस सबकी चिंता नहीं करनी, हम इंपोर्ट करेंगे रैंडम मस्त. और इस रैंडम में एक फंक्शन डिफाइंड है. देखिए इसने कैसे एक्सेस किया है. रैंडम इज द नेम ऑफ दिस डॉट rand int. So this is the name of the function. ठीक है, अभी मुझे नहीं पता ये फंक्शन क्या करता है, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, इसको कॉपी करूंगा, पेस्ट करूंगा, और देख खुद ही आ गया, पाइथन आ गया ना, rand int पाइथन. इसको खोलते हैं. इसमें क्या लिखा है, ये बोल रहा है रिटर्न्स अ नंबर बिटवीन 3 and 9 बोथ इंक्लूडेड. तो जो भी नंबर हम इसको देंगे, दिस इज मिनिमम मैक्सिमम, और ये इन दोनों को इंक्लूड करके एक नंबर रिटर्न कर देगा. ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे ये बोल रहा है 0 to 9 के बीच में कोई भी एक नंबर ये रिटर्न करेगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से 0 to 100 के बीच में इफ आई डू दिस, व्हाट इट विल डू इज दिस random dot means use this module. So I can change the name of this. Let's say I can make it random sid. Okay, so I can write here random sid. So when I'm saying okay, no, it would be import random as random sid. Now it can we can do that, right? I think this should work. Let's just try. Let's just run it. Yeah, I rerun it. 43, 50, 40, 85. So what I did was I said that import this random module as a nickname random sid, or I can do it, import it as rs, right? And then I can replace this by rs. So now let's say you have to write 100 lines of code. Every time you don't have to write random underscore sid, you can just write rs, or you can just do this like r. It's all fine. It will run, right? So now what it is doing is it is generating a random number between 0 to 100. If I run it a lot of times, it will keep generating a number again and again and again, right? So I think this is for the basic part of it. You can do this, but I can show you a little bit more. So there is something called as variable. So whatever I'm writing after a hash, right? Whatever this is, which I am typing is comment. So basically Python does not care about this. For Python, it is equivalent to a blank space, right? So Python just cares about these lines. It does not care about comments. So I can add whatever comment I want. So what I do is like this. I will type define teacher, and then I don't know how to define variables in Python. So I just search for it. Variables in Python. Okay. I think you don't need to do anything. You just type the name and then that's it. Where is it? Like that. Var is equal to 23.5. So what I can do is I can say minimum is equal to 0, maximum is equal to 100. Okay. So what is this? This is the minimum value of random number to be generated. Okay. And then this is similarly, you can say you copy this and then come here, paste. Okay, semicolons in Python are not important. I can remove them. Even if I put them, it doesn't matter. Right. So but in some languages they are important. They just tell where the line ends. In Python it just knows where it ends. So this is the minimum value and then this would be the maximum value. So these are all comments. Python will ignore it as if they are not there. This is just for us. So we have defined our minimum and maximum range. So what I can do is I can now replace this with this. And then I can run it. So now it is still generating a number, but now it is generating between a minimum and a maximum, as well as it is this minimum and maximum is defined here itself. So if I have, let's say, control C, and then let's say I want to generate 10 random numbers, right? So I can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 10. Okay. I can type that and then I can run. So it generates 10 random numbers. I can do this 90 more times and it would be 100 times 100 random numbers. But now let's say I want to generate, instead of 0 to 100, I want to generate 0 to 50. And I run. All of them got converted from 0 to 50. If this was 0 to 100, 0 to 100, 0 to 100, I would have to, like, if this would be 0 comma 100, like that I would have given. So when I changed it to 50, I would have to change it to 50 for every function call, right? But now I don't have to. Similarly for R, if I tomorrow want to uh, import another library, let's say Python comes up and says that okay, now we have another module and you can import like, let's just assume they said we have come up with a module random super, right? So in my script, if I write it like this and I make previous one as a comment, just for my understanding that okay, this is what I was using earlier, now I'll use this. If this library did exist, this R will use this library and our code does not need to change. Our code still remains the same, right? It is just so small of a change. But obviously there is nothing like, okay, instead of doing that, I can do this. I will comment this and I will make this live. Right. So that's how we can generate numbers in whatever number of patients we have. Right? We don't really care. So that's how you can do it. There is another way to do it. I can show it, but I think that's enough for this video. You can do it. Also, we can use a loop, right? We can. Okay, I'll just show that way also. Let's just let me search for loop in. See, if I have to generate 10, let's say I have to generate just 1 or 2 random numbers, so I can maybe use it like this. But when I have to generate 10 or 20 or 100 random numbers, I don't want to type the same line so many times. So we have this for x in fruits. No, 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 no. Okay. let's just go one by one. For x in fruits is fine. I think this makes it while loop. While loop in Python. Great. Okay. So we have a loop which is called a while loop. Why it is called a while loop, we'll understand it in a second. So let's say I write while iterations, or I can say just like that, while I can have here loop index is equal to max. So however many numbers, what is the range of our numbers is the number of numbers we want to generate. Okay, so what I do is loop index is equal to max while loop index, so loop index is equal to max, max is equal to 100, so loop index is equal to 100, okay, which is basically 100 here. So while loop index is greater than 0, that means if this value, which is currently 100, is greater than 0, we will repeat whatever is written in this loop, and what I'm writing in this loop is this. But I will also write one more line. I will write print printing random number, and then I don't know how to print variables in Python. Okay, so I can write printing random number hash. So since this, okay, printing random number bracket, and then I just leave it here, and then I write plus, that is you plus whatever I'm giving you next, which is loop index. Or I can do let's say loop index is 0, right? If till loop index is less than max, right? So it is 0, it starts from 0, and then we print printing random number this loop index, and then I will write plus this, then I close the bracket for the print, right? And then it will print the number, and then I close the loop. So I don't have to write anything if this indent is there, right? All this is in one indentation. So whatever is under first indent comes under the loop. So it will do this, it will do this, and then we need to do is loop index is equal to loop index plus 1. And then I can, okay, let those lines be there. So if I run this code, okay, is what is invalid syntax? Okay, you have to write it like this. So what it is saying is that I cannot understand what you have written because you did not write in the language I understand. Okay, what it is saying? Can only concatenate string, not into string. Okay, it cannot do this. Okay, it's fine. I will do something else here. So printing random number. Okay, let's do this. Control X. So I've put this, so it will write generating random numbers, and then it will write printing random numbers, right? Random numbers. Or actually I don't need this here. I can just write here Control V. Delete loop index is, yeah, why can't I print? No, print variable. Hello, comma. Okay, I have to just add a comma here. So printing loop index, comma, loop index. Right, now if I run. So what it is doing is, it went here, it started it generating random numbers. It went for loop index 0. So the 0th number that it generated is 60, then 48, then 67, then 10, then 64, It has done it for 0 to 99 times, right? From 0 to 99 times it did. That means total 100 times it did, correct? And I can now remove this. And now this is my code. So let me show you the beauty of this. So if I make it 10, I run it again. It ran the loop just 10 times and it generated 10 numbers in range 0 to 10. Right? So this time I've made it like this, but we can obviously change it such that the loop runs independently of what is the maximum value, right? It is right now completely dependent on the maximum value. So yeah, but yeah, this is just, I just wanted to show all this. It's a long video, but the first 10 minutes were mostly it. This is how you do it like properly. This is how like anyone can print it properly. Or yeah. So okay, that's all. Yeah, if one wants to end the video, one can, but I can just improve it a little bit more. So for instead of writing loop index, I will write rand number, and then I write here like that. And then I delete the space. This loop index comes. Delete this space also, and then I add this or this. Equal to comma this whole thing. So if I do this, it would look something like this. So this is now even better looking. So it is like random number 0 is 0, random number 1 is 9, and all that. So yeah, okay, that's all. And I'll upload this and I'll just share the link.